All right, welcome back to Out of the Park Baseball 25, late 1970s Kansas City Royals save. We are about ready to begin spring training 1978. The Royals coming off a American League West Division Championship, losing to the Orioles in the ALCS 3-1. When you look at WAR gained and lost, we did good. We went up there. We got 3.9. We gained 3.9. Mariners gained a lot. Orioles gained. The Cardinals gained. Phillies gained a lot. The Rangers gained as much as we did, but the Athletics gained a little bit. Maybe we can hold them off again. The Dodgers were the big losers. Astros, Twins, Giants. Twins have fallen off. The Angels lost a big one. We'll see that in a minute. As far as our save, okay. Before we look at that, I'll tell you some of the moves I made. One of the first things I did is we had a pitcher. This guy right here, Steve Busby, now playing for the Astros. And you can look here. I mean, he was good in 74, 75, but 76, 77, not so well. A little bit above average. But he was the highest paid pitcher in the game. And he was in arbitration, and arbitration was wanting to pay him $2.1 million. Now, to give you an idea, some of the best pitchers, the highest paid players, making $1.7 million. And arbitration wanted that, and I'm sitting there looking at going, wait, even if I cut almost $1 million off of that, make it $1.1 million, I'm not sure he's worth $1.1 million. Number one. Number two, and always thought arbitration was, well, they look at the player and they look at his stats and they look at the league average and they kind of talk, and the player comes with a number, you come up with a number, and based off that, and I looked at it and said, I'm not even going to negotiate. So I withdrew. And that was huge. Oh my goodness, has it been huge? Because that number right there went green for the first time. These are top 5 numbers. They're not top. They're just top 5 numbers. First off, this number right here, it was like 50,000. That's why really in 76 I couldn't sign any draft choices. Hey, we're more line to line. This is baseline. We weren't even baseline. Well, you can see right there, baseline 153, we were 68. Baseline 102, we were 45,000. So all of a sudden, we've got money to spend. And do you remember this guy? Yeah, trade deadline, 1977. Trying to get him from the Dodgers, could not get him for nothing. I mean, we just could not work out a deal, but look at that. Oh, I mean, look at these. He didn't even have to do this good. If he just is decent, he's going to be okay for us. He is listed as race right now, and we've got him. Let's go to his contract. You can see it here, 6 years. Now, the last year I got it as an option out, and I lowered his salary every year. So hopefully he, if he falls off the wagon, he'll say, hey, you're not paying me enough, I want out. Or I don't know. That might be too much. You know what? I honestly do not know. Okay? But it really, our pitching staff right now, He's our ace. Dennis Leonard's been our ace. Then we got this guy. I don't know what the, look at these things right here. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Look at that right there. Now I know Fernando Valenzuela and Dwight Gooden started when they were 18. He makes me nervous. I don't know what to do with him. We're gonna go through spring training. If he does good in spring training, he may be a starter. If he does okay but not good, he may go to the bullpen. I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet. Looking at our lineups and depth charts. Now, right now, we've got one player that has to go away. Okay. If I'm right, one player's going to go down. Yeah, we got 26. It's going to be 25. We're going to have to send somebody down. I don't know who yet. But look at our catcher. He wants. I don't know what to do about catcher. It's Jamie Quirk or Wathen. Jamie Quirk, look at that. But and he's got the catcher defense. He's got the arm. Subpar bat. I can take a subpar bat. And honestly, looking at the stats, well, it's not going to show me the stats. But look at the stats. Walthen's maybe got a little bit better bat, but but here's the thing: when you look at last year's fielding, Walthen had a lower catcher ERA. He had a better defensive stats as a catcher than Quirk did. I don't know. I honestly do not know. One thing that makes me mad about this, that I'm trying to figure out how else to do it. I'm not sure where to go look for it. But I want to look at last year's stats. And I go here. Okay, how do I get off this? Okay, this is new. Okay, I'm going to pause this video because I've got problems. We'll be right back. Okay, see, there's more than one way to skin a cat. What I did is, oh, that scared me for a minute. I opened up the almanac. I have the almanac set up to save games, to save it, and so I can go back and look at stuff because I like keeping my history. I have a hard drive space to kill, so why not let it kill? So that scared me for a minute. I thought it said he was retiring. I'm like, wait, I just signed you. Don't do that. Looking batting stats. Where's Walthen? Walthen's right here. Boy, OPS. Okay. WRC plus. Walthen. Quirk 55, Walthen 34. So Quirk's actually better batting. That's not what I wanted. Now I have to go all the way back. Great. Okay, here's the hey. I think Quirk might be my catcher. That's who the AI wants. Building stats. You get catchers. Walton had a better zone rating, while Quirk didn't. So we don't know what that does. But you look at it. Okay, game started. Quirk did start a lot more. Okay. Well, 22 games more. I don't think that's a lot. Quirk had more errors. He had a less of his zone rating. He gave up more pass balls, stolen bases. Walton threw out more. And you look at the catcher's ERA. When did Kerr Hurdle catch? I want to look at it. I need to look at his, because Quirk could play first base too. By the way, probably better than Hurdle. We'll have to, okay. Now I gotta look. Now I have to look. I'm gonna go. I gotta go here. I'm gonna go here. I need to look. And we're gonna go ratings overall. So I need to look at catcher. He's a mediocre catcher. Catcher framing. He's as good as Walton. He's got a hell of a bat though. Now the thing is, you don't switch. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna let Quirk be the starting catcher. We have another catcher we lost to Rule 5 draft that he was just as good as Walton, except he had a low work ethic, low intelligence, low leadership. Basically, he was going to be gone. Okay. UL Washington is our second baseman. I mean, last year, second base, UL Washington, plus 15 zone rating. Does it tell you? Will it tell me how well he did? Bat? Yeah, you can see right here, 4.5 WAR, 265 average. That really ain't. I want the expanded numbers. Oh, right here it is. Well, it gives you everything. Holy cow. 106 W average bat, and he's a ball sucker. I don't know what to call it. That sounds bad. Anyway, you know what I mean. George Brett is George Brett, of course. Had a great year last year. Well, maybe not great, but had a good year. Yeah, it ain't gonna show me his defensive stats, but at the bat had a good bat, had a good defensive year, good enough at least. We have signed him and extended him out. We'll look at all the salaries here in a minute, but we've extended him out. We've got until at least 82. We are paying him a lot of money. He is the highest paid player right now, but hey, it's George Brett. Come on, he is the Royals. At shortstop, we're still going to have Bud Harrelson. He's 33 now, below par bat. What makes him good is this right here. 19.2 zone rating. Holy cow. He Hoover. And that's what I want. I want a Hoover shortstop. So that covers my infield. Right fielder right now is these guys are switching in and out. Willie Wilson is the center fielder because holy cow, look at that range. Great outfield air. Arm could be better, but you know, he's got to work at not striking out. Last year he struck out way too much compared to walks. I expect that, but the 49 stolen bases, only caught 12 times. This is what I want to see out of him. In fact, he doesn't need a plus bat. He did not have a plus bat, and that's just fine. Don't need you to be a bat. You're a defensive position. Playing left, I've got this guy, and he's only 22. I don't think he's ready yet to take over from McRae or Otis, but last year he did great at the bat. Outstanding. Was not too clutch, but still good bat. Defensive strategy, defensive wise. Um, defensive wise, average at right field, great at center field, or better than average anywhere. So arm, he arm runs, he did good. I mean, I want to see something about. Let's go back. Willie fielding stats, career stats, 4.4 in center field. Holy cow! I would say that's got to be good. Hal McRae will be our starting left fielder. Hey, he not as good this year, but the bat, okay, but still a plus. Arm last year was okay, 1.4 in right field. Nothing. He's not a good left fielder at the arm, but he makes better plays. So defensively, he's he's gone. What? OSHA's got him hard. My scout says he's not that great. Maybe, okay, we might have to look at Rupert and find out what we want to do with Rupert then. Because Rupert might, boy, I can't, boy, no, I don't know. Otis last year, again, another good, solid year at the bat. 33 stolen bases. Fielding stats. Arm in right field was good. So he's a right fielder, and he showed that off. So that's our team. I think still for left, I'm still going to have Rupert coming in for Jones, or Jones coming in for Wilson. I mean, I may have to look. If I do, McRae's going to, right now, the Wilson will be up there if he bats. But if he bats what this says, what his rating says, man, our DH is going to be either Pocket or Cowens. Cowens last year, again, plus bat, 1.7 WAR, looking okay. Pocket, not as good. Not as good, average. Pocket, calm down. He had a great 76, 77. But average, but really we should have somebody better than average at our DH. I want a bat at my DH. But I don't know who would I put in as their batting lineup versus right. At first base, Yeah, I could put Quirk in first base, but he's not got a great bat. He's got the defense. Put Walton in and put Hurdle as the DH. Second base, no, we're not changing second base. Third base, we're not changing third base. Shortstop, we're not changing shortstop. Left field, this guy, even Osa says he should be a good batter, or at least average. Our head scout says he should be average. He's got good outfield. He's got great speed. But then he comes to the plate and he doesn't do anything. And I'm wondering, I've even considered, should we send him down to Double A? Or Triple A, I mean, let him get some work, you know. I mean, if he was just average, it'd be something. What do you think? Send him down? I don't know. Centerfield Wilson's our center fielder. Rupert can be, he is versus left, because versus left, you will see that Rupert has better batting. Just a second, please. Sorry about that. Anyway, you know, I don't know what to do, but Rupert will come in as left, trying to get back on my thoughts. At right field, Otis has got too good of a bat right now. So that's the lineup right now. We're going to play through the preseason, and then I'll come back when things are set up and ready to go. Or not, we're going to play through spring training. I almost forgot. We need to go through this list. Show where everybody changed and how we changed. Like I said, we kind of improved that. The Braves lost 3. They didn't add anybody. They lost Phil Necro. You can see they lost the Baltimore Orioles. Hopefully they lost a lot. Merv Redmond, we saw him. He ain't much of anything. They really didn't look like they really didn't lose anybody. And they gained a catcher, Enos Cabal now. They got a trade from Toronto for him. So that's why the Orioles, great. The Orioles are going to be tougher. The Boston Red Sox picked up Nolan Ryan in a trade and Dave Rozema. It's like, holy cow. The problem is they lost Bill Bonham, 5.0. They lost 2 starting pitchers. So they lost Larry Boa. That's why they're kind of down. California Angels. Picked up Larry Heil and starting pitcher Mike Caldwell in free agency. Elliot Max picked up some good free agents. They lost Ryan. They lost Bobby Bonds in a trade. Bonds in free agency. Rico Carty. And that's why they're down. White Sox, Bill Castro, I don't even know who that is. They lost Rich Gossage to a trade to Detroit. He's not doing that great anyway. You see, they lost more than they gained, I think. You know, they added our old pitcher, Ray Sadecki. He's still doing good. That's a 2.64 pickup. Meanwhile, but they lost two starters. Still not bad. Gained 4.3, only lost 4.8. The Cubs should be up there, zero point 0.5. That's middle of the pack. The Reds, world champion Reds, lost the starting pitcher, lost Bobby Bonds. That could be big. They traded a good starting pitcher, so they lost 8.9 right there. But they gained. Jeez, lost Gaylord Perry, which is like 39 now. Right? Hank Aaron finally retired. So the Reds look to be better than they were. Yay! Thank God they're in the National League. Indians lost a starting pitcher, or gained a starting pitcher. Gained, lost. So you can see right there, I don't see anything to write home about. Detroit Tigers, don't see anything to write home about. But they gained, so, you know. Houston Astros did not do a whole lot. Two trades, picked up a few. Lost a old catcher, traded to Baltimore. And his WAR, wow. Is that an old catcher? I don't think that's not an old catcher, is it? No. Well, why am I thinking? I don't know. I don't know. Whew. Lost his. It resets when it does that. Yeah. But here we go. Cesar Cedeno. Los Sadekis, he was in our. Trying to think, what is it called? He's now San Diego Padre. Minor leagues. And then us. We picked up Ruschel. We lost Busby and a minor league catcher. I made a mistake with him. I should have traded him away, and I wanted him off of our 40-man roster, so I put him up for waivers, and San Diego picked him up. My fault. Padres added Gossage. They lost Ruschel to free agency. They lost 8 WAR to free agency. I mean, yeah, that'll do it. Brewers picked up Dusty Baker, but they didn't really lose a whole lot. 6-3. I mean, they lost a little bit more than they gained. Big one is our closer. The Minnesota Twins didn't gain a whole lot. They lost their starting pitcher. Yeah, not a lot. The Astros look like they're trying to make a play. Picked up Mickey Lolich, Gary Thompson, and they did not lose a whole lot, and they were 86-76. Astros might be trouble this year. The Expos, I mean. I said Astros, I meant Expos. Yankees picked up a little bit. Couple of starting pitchers, Willie Crawford, Mark Ballinger. Looking at the players they lost Gullett to Texas. Elliot Maddox to free agency. He's now playing for, I don't know who that is. I think that's Cincinnati. The Mets picked up Bruce Kinson, Greg Luzinski. Lost a good pitcher. They lost about what they gained. They may be a better team. Oakland Athletics lost Gaylord Perry, or signed Gaylord Perry, signed Buddy Bale, signed Lee Lacy. Now, these are good signings. They lost Phil Garner, good second baseman. I'm looking at it, and the A's may be a tougher out this year. That's not good. The A's need to pick it up. They got Phil Garner, but they lost John Mayberry. John Mayberry apparently has been doing good. Um, in '77 for Philadelphia, 149. We could use him back, but there's no way I could trade for him. I wouldn't trade for him. The Pirates, hey, picked up Steve Yeager. Lost their left fielder, lost a starting pitcher, lost their third baseman. So they're kind of lost. The Padres picked up, the only thing they picked up was Mike Catcher, and they lost. So the Padres, the Giants picked up Mayberry. That might be a big signing for them. Problem is, they lost two starting pitchers overall. They lost a bit. Mariners, Cardinals, Rangers, you see what they've done. Kingman picked up by the Toronto Blue Jays, but they lost Yeager, Dan Larson. Right now, will it give me? I don't think it'll give me preseason predictions yet. Maybe it will. Now, this is before spring training, mind you. They got us at 102 wins. I like that. I like that. They have Brett finishing what, eighth, ninth, top pitchers. They don't get Dennis Mark. That's a. Oh, I thought that was our Dennis. They don't give us a top pitcher. Boo. They got the Expos and Mets fighting it out, and the Reds walking with it. I'm starting to not like the Reds winning all the time. Man, let's hope. Let's hope. If we can do, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go through spring training. When we come back, it'll be opening day, and we'll set our lineup, set our pitching staff, and we'll find out how this goes. Be good for us. Ellie Wilson successfully completed bunting drills, as it did Jamie Quirk. Our owner added $600,000 to our budget. Quisenberry did not show any improvement in increasing his velocity. Clint Hurdle successfully did a two-strike program. Not sure what that does. Brian McLaughlin did not show any pitch movement. Quality of contact for UL Washington, outstanding. Mark Niletel, no movement, pitch movement control. Philip Natsu successfully completed. He's a minor leaguer that, if we have to eat some bullpen time, the world falls apart, we have a couple people die, he could start. Tom Paquette did not show any improvement. Gura is out with a shoulder injury right now. Yay, that's made us scramble a little bit. Star shortstop Reggie Smith for the Dodgers is out for a while. 7 weeks. Colliding with a player, shoulder tendonitis. Ollie Eastwick. I think this is the Reds. Yep. Says his health status is okay. Oh, this is March 18th. Okay. Our owner. Achieve a winning record. If we don't do that, I will not be happy. Top prospects. Mario Soto for the Reds. Wade Boggs for the Red Sox. Ricky Henderson, Cal Ripken Jr. How's Cal doing? Which he's not in AAA. Not in AA. Well, wait, that's this year. No, that's his career. Where's he at? I don't know. I don't know. Looking at our development, Britt Burns, 26, he's starting for us. And after that, it drops off quickly. Got a guy in AA, actually Blackman. He should be in. No, they are. I have quite a few in AA that I'm looking at. Let's look at our lineups. Pitching staff. Littell's going to be our stopper. Broski's our closer. Britt Burns, he started out okay. 4 innings, gave up just 1, but then he kind of got hit up. So I'm putting him in the bullpen, let him get some time, get his sea legs under him. I got him as a setup. That let's do this. I don't trust him as much. I trust McGraw better, actually. Let's do this. There we go. They actually put Paul Spidorf as the ace. I don't know. No, we're going with Rick. Dennis, number 2. Paul Spidorf is going to be number 3. Fitzsimmons is 4 and Beer is 5. You notice I got some pitch counts going on. We'll see how that works out. Right hand versus right. Corker's going to be our starting catcher. Waltham's backing him up. Hurdle again at first base. Washington at second. Brett at third. Harrelson at shortstop. McCray left field. Wilson at right field. Center field. Notice at right field. Cowens and McCray switching off as DH. Every 7th game, every 6th game, Jones will replace Wilson. And when McCray is the DH, Otis takes over left. Jones comes in at right. Versus left, like, most of it's the same, except Jones is playing. Well, no, that's right. I'm going to see how Wilson does. Last year there was a big difference between their bats versus left, and Jones was much better. Let's let him. I'm going to give Wilson a chance to prove that he is the guy. So there we go. About ready to lead off. Looking at our April first game is versus the Indians. 2 against Indians, then 2 against Baltimore. Then we go back to, or no, we're at Indians. At home versus Baltimore. At home versus Cleveland. So I think this will be our first. Well, Baltimore, those will be big tests. I did want to show one other thing for those who might want to know. Top salary, Brett, like I said, is top of salary. Catcher, a Detroit catcher, Freehan, getting way overpaid. Johnny Bench, yeah, okay, I can see that. Rock Root, yeah, I can see that. Mike Schmidt, okay. Ron Reed injured, I don't know him. Hey, we got Rick Ruschel up there. You know, look at our front office. Season tickets sold. We went up in season tickets. We're projected to go up in. We did lower ticket prices a bit, but we should get, if we can hit that attendance, we should still increase. And basically, it's time to start the season. I'm not real positive what episode this is, be honest with you. I think this is either the 17th or 18th episode. I'm going to end it here. When we come back, we will be in June. Bye.